Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get stuck fighting with a strong villain. Please don't forget to subscribe and let's get going. The city was in chaos. You'd been sent on what was supposed to be a routine patrol. Just a few low-level thugs causing trouble near the shopping district. But then he showed up, a villain with a quirk that manipulated gravity, turning the streets into a war zone. Debris floated ominously into the air before crashing down like meteors, and the weight of your own body kept shifting unpredictably. You'd called for backup the second you realized how outmatched you were, but the fight had already escalated. Your muscles ached, your breath came in rapid gasps, and your vision blurred at the edges from exhaustion. Just hold on a little longer, you told yourself. The villain smirked, raising a hand. You heroes really are persistent. But let's see how long you'll last when I crush you into the pavement. A sudden force stamped you downward, your knees buckling under the pressure. You gritted your teeth, bracing yourself against the ground as cracks spiderwebbed beneath your palms. And then, boom, an explosion rocked the air, and the pressure on your body vanished as the villain staggered back. You knew that sound. The hell do you think you're doing, huh? Your head snapped up just in time to see Bakugou landing in front of you, his gauntlets primed, his crimson eyes burning with fury. His usual scowl was sharper, deadlier, the one he only wore when he was really pissed. The villain sneered. Uh-huh, the infamous dynamite. This just got interesting. Bakugo didn't even glance back at you, but his voice was a low, rough growl. Are you good? You wiped blood from your lip, forcing yourself to stand. Yeah, just pissed me off is all. He smirked. Well, good then. Let's return the frickin' favor. The fight was brutal. Bakugo's explosions lit up the battlefield, each blast calculated to keep the villain off balance, while you used your own quirk to counter the gravity shifts. You moved in sync, like you always did. Him with his relentless offense, and you with your precision. At one point, the villain managed to catch Bakugo mid-air, slamming him into the ground with crushing force. Your heart lurched. Katsuki! He rolled with the impact, snarling as he blasted himself back up. I'm fine. Focus on your damn self. You didn't have time to argue. The villain was regrouping, and you both knew that this has to end now. Bakugo shot you a look, just a split-second glance, but it was enough. You nodded. He lunged forward, feinting left before twisting mid-air and unleashing a concentrated explosion right in the villain's face. The force disrupted his quirk just long enough for you to close the distance, delivering a crushing strike to his ribs. The villain crumbled. Police and backup heroes swarmed in, securing the scene as the adrenaline finally began to ebb away. You swayed on your feet, exhaustion hitting you like a truck. Before you could stumble, strong arms caught you. Idiot, Bakugo muttered, pulling you against his chest. His voice was gruff. You're freaking reckless, Wyan. You laughed weakly, leaning into him. Pot. Kettle. He huffed, but his hands were careful as he checked you over, brushing dirt from your cheek, his tongue lingering on a cut. His usual scowl was softer now, etched with something tender. You scared the shit out of me. Sorry. You murmured. He clicked his tongue, pulling you closer. Don't be sorry. Just don't die on me. Got it? You smiled, pressing your forehead against his. I would never dream of it. For once, he didn't snap back. Instead, he kissed you, hard and desperate, like he needed to remind himself that you were still here. And when he pulled away, his usual smirk was back in place. Good. Now let's go home. You look like shit. You laughed, letting him support your weight as you walked away from the wreckage together. because no matter what, that's how you'd always be. The walk back to your shared apartment was slow, both of you battered and exhausted. Baku's arm stayed firmly around your waist, his grip unyielding, even when you insisted you could walk on your own. "Shut up," he grumbled, adjusting his hold on you as you limped forward. "You can barely even stand. Just lean on me." You sighed but didn't argue. There was no point. Once Baku decided something, that was it. And right now, he decided that you weren't allowed to collapse in the middle of the street. The silence between you wasn't uncomfortable, but it was heavy. You could feel the tension in his muscles, the way his fingers twitched against your side, like he was trying to fight, the urge to squeeze tighter. "You're pissed," you said finally. He scoffed. "Damn right I am." "At me?" His steps faltered for a fraction of a second before he growled. "At the situation. At that gravity bastard. And at myself for not getting there sooner. You could have gotten hurt." You glanced up at him, studying the sharp line of his jaw, the way his brows were furrowed. He was worried, and Bakugo Katsuki didn't do worried quietly. "You got there in time," you said softly. "That's what matters." He didn't answer. The apartment was quiet and dark when you finally stepped inside, the only light coming from the street lamps outside the window. "Sit," he ordered. You obeyed, sinking into the cushions. With a groan, every muscle in your body ached, and now that the adrenaline had faded, the bruises and cuts were making themselves known. Bakugo disappeared into the bathroom, returning moments later with the first aid kit and a damp towel. He knelt in front of you, his movements rough but careful, as he wiped the dirt and blood from your face. When he was done, he flicked your forehead. "You're a total dumbass." You grinned, but it faded when his hand stilled, his fingers curling slightly against your skin. "You could have died today." "But I didn't." His jaw clenched. "That's not the point." You reached out, tangling your fingers with his. "Then, what is?" I can't lose you, Ion. So don't make me." You squeeze his hands. "I'm not going anywhere. I promise." He held your gaze for a long time, before nodding sharply. "Better not." And, just like that, you stayed, staring at each other's eyes, sharing a whole conversation without words. And you knew then that even though you were bruised, exhausted, and sore as hell, you were home. And as long as you had him, that was all that mattered. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye!